Hey y'all, welcome to Life with Tasha. I recently got monetized July the 31st on my other channel. I had it since 2010 and I quit in 2012 because of being discouraged of moving back here. YouTube was not something that people in this small town was used to. And I got made fun of. So I just took a more than 10-year break. But that is not the point of this video. That this being my second channel and my first channel just now became monetized, I can clearly talk about the ins and outs and the ups and downs of YouTube. I'm not here to sell you hopes nor dreams, but I also want to talk about some of the things that DoeDash is doing. Right now, she is a lot of people's hype man, or should I say hype woman. And the reason why I say this because on my other channel, somehow she popped up on my For You or my recommendations. And I watched a couple of her videos. I think it was the one to where she went viral. That is also where Dante London's videos started to be recommended to me as well. I saw the video where he went viral and he started crying. But this video is not necessarily towards him. But I had to mention him because those are the two videos that were viral at the time that popped up on my recommendation. I went to his channel, asked him, could he give me a shout out? And that's why I'm mentioning his channel, because I have another video up to where I was talking about, mental illness or trauma, things that could make people do the things that they do. And this also pertains to DoeDash as well, but I still have to tell my story. When I typed under his comment section on one of his videos where he said YouTube is on easy mode and he was saying just get on here, record and blah blah blah, I was in one of my vulnerable stages. And I remember asking, could he give me a shout out? And the reason being, I explained it was a long message. And I was talking about how back in 2010, when I first created my channel, I didn't know that I shouldn't have let my left hand know what my right hand was doing. Back then, I didn't know anything about monitoring spirits. I didn't know anything about destiny swapping. And when I asked him, I put a long message on there talking about how I have an ex-friend that I told back in 2010 that I was going to create a YouTube channel. I end up telling that so-called friend, and this video is not about that, but I had to bring that part up. So getting back to the Dante part, I asked him, because of I let my left hand know, that so-called friend, what my right hand was doing. She disappeared for about a month. She came back. So I put that in the message. And I basically stated how she came back and told me that I should create a YouTube channel. Those type of people to where you give advice to and they act like they don't want to know anything about it. They act like they're not listening because they don't want it to come from you. And then boom, they turn around. Once they've stole the idea, they didn't want you to know that they was interested in it. And then they come back and say, you ought to do this. Years later, I let this person go. And she ended up going harder on YouTube. But she used to speak negativity in my life. She used to say, you braid hair for a living. I braid hair as a hobby. A lot of you not. These are the things that she spoke. And I was like, okay. But at the same time, she ended up going to beauty school. When she left the hometown where I'm at now, when she ended up leaving, tell me why she opened up a braid shop. She used to sow seeds of discouragement. Not only that, she asked me what to do in order to enhance her braids, because she used to make them real big at the top before knotless was even discovered or came out with or whatever. And I ended up sharing with her only because she asked. She didn't say thank you or nothing, but tell me why she opened up a braid shop. But she said that she do hair as a hobby though, and that I'm doing it as a living. I didn't know what the meaning was behind it. I ended up finding out. But I end up sharing all that on Dante's channel just to ask him for a shout out. And at that time I was vulnerable. I didn't know what to do, y'all. I had this channel for so long, I didn't want to let it go because I had 600 and something subscribers from back in the past. I had a lot of videos that end up getting up into the thousands. But like I said, I was so discouraged to where I privated most of those videos because they were crunchy and all of that. He ended up telling me, no, I think that you should be, basically in so many words, he was being nice, but he said basically figure it out yourself, blow up on your own, be authentic or whatever, because it'll be temporarily. If he does like a shout out and stuff like that, it's not going to be authentic. Those people may not stay, or I may not even get traction or whatever. Okay, lo and behold, push forward to DoorDash. I was discouraged. I really didn't want to hear it, even though I left him a response saying thank you. I told him my channel name anyways, just in case he didn't do the shout outs. Boom. Tell me why the next video that popped up in my recommendations was DoorDash. And she said, doing shout outs. She started the video saying that she didn't want to charge people for anything. This person that reached out to her for the second time, they asked her to do her a shout out and she was willing to pay. And she turned it down the first time. No. She said that they sent her the money in the beginning. She sent the money back. But they turned around and asked her again. And I don't know the period and the frame time. I don't know if it was months to a year or whatever. Or it could have been weeks. I don't know. But that video caught my eye. So I told my husband about it. And I was still discouraged from Dante's response. Although I didn't have any personal issues towards him, that didn't make me not want to watch him anymore or anything. Because the way he responded to me was very, very humbling, respectable. So the videos that he's doing now, those responses, yeah. It was nothing like that, y'all. And I really felt like he was being genuine. But when I told my husband about DoorDash, he said, you ought to pay her. It's just $25. He was like, just pay it. See where it goes. So I end up paying. I let like a day pass or two. And I decided to watch the video or search for mines. So she had already did a couple of shout outs, but she had already did like 2 videos before that, and it was like 10 people a piece. I went and tried to search for me through those videos and I couldn't find me, and I kept watching until it got to like 3rd, 4th, or 5th video. I ended up finding me and I was at the very end. I'm like anxious wanting to see this video. But once she got down to me, I was somewhere close to the end. That's when I started feeling a little eerie about the situation. It wasn't one of those exciting feelings anymore, because immediately I started saying to myself, why so many shout outs on one video? Now, this is because I was one of the people that paid the $25. So I can feel like that. This is not one of those videos to where people have been making about her that is actually talking about how she's been scamming others, but isn't one of the ones that paid the $25. I'm one of those people that paid the $25. When she called my name out, she didn't say my name right. That's understandable, because everybody's name is spelled different and even pronounced different. It could be spelled one way and you just know that it's supposed to be pronounced this way, but then it's not. When she went to describing my videos, she ended up posting one of my videos that was very crunchy, that didn't get many views and tractions. Now, one of my videos actually has 17,000 views on it. And this was before I became monetized. So out of all of the videos to where the lowest views is like 7 to 19 views, I still have a few videos that's 1,000, even up to 2,000. But that one 17,000 video, it wasn't far down the end of the screen. So she could have easily picked that one up. Some people may disagreed and was like, okay, but you want your other videos to get views, so why not allow her to pick these videos, the ones that got the low views? I just feel a little different about that because my videos consist of hair content. And at that time, I was also doing motivational and inspirational videos and was also adding a couple of vlogs in there. So I can understand why the motivational and inspirational and the vlogs didn't get as many views as the hair content. So, like I said, I have more hair content on that channel than anything. So when DoorDash grabbed a couple of my other videos that I believe she pulled past the one that I went viral on, it had nothing to do with hair. She did mention it though. She did say, okay, she does this and she does that. But the review was so quick. It was so quick that even when I finally sat still just to get focused on her introducing me, the video was over. My part of the video was, not the whole entire video, but my part. And I wasn't pleased. She is a good hype person. It's just lo and behold, all of these other videos start coming out. That's when I end up getting across my recommendation syndicate video. I don't know his name, but you guys, I'm pretty sure y'all know who I'm talking about. And one thing I have learned is that people can make you see things that is really not there, but they can also help you see things that were already there. And like I said, I was already iffy about the shout out. Thank God that I didn't pay the $200. She didn't come out with the $200 and the $1,000 one until after she had already gave me a shout out on my other channel. But I still already had that funny feeling. And this video is just to share that everybody is not here to bash her. Because when a lot of people start going in on her and she end up making the apology video or the I'm gonna get better video, the explanation video of I just never had nothing, but I'm here to take positive criticism. I was one of the people that commented under her video. And I told her that a lot of people were motivated by you being on your hustle and on your grind. But then right after that, you start asking for money. And then people start seeing you take this money and buy some of the craziest things. And people can do whatever they want to do with their money. Yes, they can. But when you get on camera and you start flashing in front of everyone, that is when a lot of people will start dropping their opinions. And it just didn't sit right because the lavish living, like you taking $10,000 and it's gone instead of investing it. That's when people start watching and saying, I don't know. She blew through that. So, like I said in the comment section, I just said people were enjoying you being authentic. And you can do whatever you want to do with your money. But getting the eyebrows done, but keeping your hair just in a ponytail. Going to a celebrity stylist and getting this quick weave, sew-in, weave or whatever. But then the hair is not like that on the regular. That is when people are going to start being like, I don't know. Going on a Disney trip or going on a trip and you at the airport or something, and then you turn around and you say, I ran out of money. All I know that it's a lot of people out here that are like how I was before I became monetized. And we were out here vulnerable. And all we wanted was to blow up on YouTube because we seen a couple of people that we thought we could relate to. And it's up to the person that's making the videos to be able to come genuine and tell people, hey, I don't know everything about this YouTube thing, because just boom, out of the blue, my video went viral. But at the same time, they can dig a little bit deeper and just tell people a little bit about the analytics. Tell people, instead of just coming straight out with a course, that's just like me going viral on my other channel, which was July the 31st at 2:33 a.m. And me not telling people that I wrote it down last year that I was going to go viral. And me not telling people that I started speaking it out of my mouth to my husband. And I started praying about it. But not only that, because of faith without works is dead, I started putting in the work. And that's why I'm going to make another video telling people actually what I did. Syndicate, when he started asking people, do they want a channel review? And he started telling people the things that he see that is hurting their channel. That right there was pure from the heart. That's all I'm saying. He didn't try to capitalize off of it. He didn't try to charge people a fee. And all I'm here to say is that I paid that $25 and never wanted it back. But I immediately seen to where it did not help my channel. A lot of y'all not. I only got like 2 or 3 people that came from her channel and said, hey, I come from DoDash channel and I'm here to support. That is not what allowed me to go viral, y'all. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to make another video later, only because of my experience. And it may not be what everybody else experienced, but I'm just going to share the things that I did that started making my numbers go higher and higher, and how I have a couple of videos now that's viral and the numbers are still running up. Now that one video that caused me to become monetized is still rolling. But then I end up creating another one that's rolling too. I don't know about sharing the income part, because that's the part that I didn't agree with when it came down to DoDash and Dante London. You have to be very careful. Yes, those videos can allow you to go viral, but at the same time, when you start showing your numbers, people start watching you like a hawk. And you gotta remember that you got this far because of the people. You gotta learn how to thank them, but you gotta also make sure that you don't take advantage of them. That's it. Don't take advantage of your people. Get on here, build a community, allow God to let your gift make room for you. Either your gift or your gifts make room for you. Monetize off of it, but don't take advantage of your people. And that's why I say that the $25 shout out didn't help me, y'all. It did not help me. I'm not here to beat her up because of it. But at the same time, it's people that are in different people's comment section that have made videos about her and saying that they paid for the course and it didn't work. And so I just want to get on here and share that. It's still hope for DoDash. But she have to take accountability. If your shout outs don't look any different from your channel reviews, and what are you doing? At this point, you are just a hype lady that know people are vulnerable, like how I was. It's so many of y'all that just want to go viral, and you are running into channels, or channels are popping up on your recommendation that are taking advantage of your vulnerability. So I hope this video helped you out. Like I said, this is not a bash video, but it's something that had to be said. I actually created a video months ago, and the video was a little bit different from this one. It wasn't bad though. It wasn't bad, but it was just talking about how I was disappointed in my shout out. Some people need to start coming to the forefront that has paid. It's not to bash her, it's not to beat her up, but it's for her to wake up. She has a platform that she could use to be able to really help people, not just take, but give. Reciprocity is key. It's very important. Oh, when I tell you, that's why my other channel, I make sure that I am giving out valuable information. I've had a store for several years that I temporarily closed down on purpose. Because I told God I want to bring the people a lot of information first, just so they won't think that I'm after their money. Y'all, this is a personal thing. I lie to you not. I didn't even know I was going to add this. I would end up sharing my channel, but not right now on this video. And I also talked about it in one of my other videos that I'm not ready to share it right now because I don't want the wrong crowd, the wrong traffic and traction to end up coming over there. I told my husband, and he ended up sharing it with a lot of people who watch sports. And that right there will mess up your algorithm. I will also be adding that into the video to where I'll share how I went viral. I've already gave out a few things, but I'm gonna write this stuff down and I'm going to go through the details. And it was a struggle. YouTube is not on easy mode. I'm sorry, but somebody had to tell the truth. Somebody else told the truth before, but I'm here to tell it too. It's not on easy mode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. But if you don't want to, that's fine, because YouTube is going to find my community just like YouTube's algorithm found my community on my other channel. But you guys have a blessed one.